Hey, I just want to give you a quick reminder that we have an upcoming live class. And if you wish to attend and learn a few things, then please join us on our live class. It's going to be a Zoom meeting. We're going to be covering covered calls. So this is a great strategy for those of you that are just starting out, maybe doing some basic trading, or maybe looking into getting into option trading. If you haven't done option trading before, this is a good starting point. A lot of people start out with covered calls. So in order to sign up for the class, what you need to do is you go into tradersfly.com. Once you're there, you can scroll down. We have the live class details right here. So you can see live class September 25th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So those of you in California or other states, you may need to do the time conversion. It'll be a little bit earlier. You can register for $97, and there will be a recording after the fact as well, usually within about 10 days. So give me a little bit of time to be able to get that recording up, because the team has to convert it and that kind of thing. But we'll be covering covered calls. We have a lot of things to cover as far as, which stocks to choose, how to choose those stocks, which calls to choose. So we're going to be looking at a lot of the things of like, how does this work from a real estate standpoint, because you're getting into real estate. I've got a lot of PowerPoint slides here that I'm finishing up and tweaking. And we'll be talking about like time decay and how you can kind of consistently make money or a premium. So for example, let's say you buy 100 shares of a certain stock, and we will say you bought some Apple shares. It's just easier for discussion. And then what you can do is sell premium against it. Let's say $125 worth. So every, week or two, depending on, if you do 7 days or 10 days or 14 days, depending on your duration, just like you collect rent from real estate, what you'll do is say, okay, well, this week I'm aiming to make about $125, and that continues to add up. And sometimes they go against you. So maybe sometimes you lose $200 or so because you buy your calls back. Or the stock doesn't appreciate. But nevertheless, your goal is that after about 12 months of doing this, and if you do this, let's say 2 times a month, so you're doing it 24 rounds, after about 24 rounds, you're looking to maybe say, hey, maybe depending on the stock and depending on your win rate, maybe I can win 15 times out of the 24. And your losers hopefully are kind of more like scratch trades or breaking even, and that way you're way ahead on your profitability. So that's what we're going to be looking at, is we're going to be looking at covered calls, and it's going to be a live class, so you'll be able to answer questions. It's kind of similar to doing coaching sessions in a way, but I have kind of a structure now in place for you guys for covered calls. So if you wanted to do covered calls, but you wanted to do kind of a one-on-one single coaching session, which I also do right there, it's the same thing here, but now we're doing it in a class setting. It'll probably be a couple of hours long. We'll do some breaks in between as well, and we'll make the most of it. So I hope you join me. To sign up, you can go to tradersfly.com. When you click that button to register, this is kind of a discounted price after the recording, after the live session. This basically gives you a deal to attend the live session. Then the price will be higher for the recordings. So make sure you register, even if you can't attend live. That way you get the recording, and it'll be giving you kind of a price break. And once you click that button, it'll take you to the Rise to Learn website, which is where we do all of our sales. The Traders Fly is the free site. The Rise to Learn is where we do all the transactions and processing, and you'll go through the kind of the checkout. So once you kind of go here, you click a button, register for the class, you'll be able to go through kind of the checkout. And once you do the checkout, it'll give you the way to attend. So read those directions. You can register for the Zoom session, or if you have any trouble, just go into this lower right area right there. You can contact us on the live chat and say, hey, I'm struggling to log in. Just don't contact us like 2 minutes before the session. Make sure you try it and test it out the night before, and make sure it works and functions for you. So anyways, I hope to see you there in the live session, in the live class. We're going to be covering a lot of things. If you're brand new to options, it's a good starting point. If you're a little more advanced, we're going to be covering some the advanced strategies like diagonals and having verticals and selling verticals against it towards the end of the session or the class. So that'll be probably an hour or two in. And we'll cover these things in great detail to make sure you really understand and grasp it. So that way you can maybe make your first live or paper trade sometime soon after doing this class. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you there in the class. And if you have any questions, please do reach out on our contact page. I'll see you there.